How's it going, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, aka Sniper98. This is probably the latest Whales log I'm doing for Genshin. Actually, that probably goes the same for the others as well. Main reason for that is because we had a lottery event in FGO, my main gacha game that I play. And I've spent the last, basically 3 weeks on that. Because the last week I spent on rolling all my boxes. And that takes some time, especially with the way I do it. But, yeah. Better late than never, which is what I say basically every month anyway at this point. But yeah, here it is, Whales log for Genshin Impact. And we do have quite a few things to talk about, so this will most likely be another one of those longer episodes. Then again, I think most of my Whales logs, whenever I do them for Genshin, always end up being like 30 minutes plus anyway, so no difference there. So, where do I start? I guess I'll start with the new characters, right? So Mr. Tighnari, I call him Tighnari, so I pronounce the G. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to, but I got stuck doing that. No one's really complained to me about it. I got some complaints from my chat whenever I pronounce Diluc's name as Diluc. I've learned my lesson since. I just call him Diluc now, which I think is proper pronunciation. But so far, nobody's bitched to me about me pronouncing this dude's name as Tighnari. It's probably because I say it so fast, it kind of sounds like I'm not pronouncing the G syllable anyway, but I'm sure now that I've told you about it, you guys are probably going to hear it every single time now. So apologies in advance if that pisses you off. In any case, Mr. Tighnari. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I only have him at C0 because he is going to be a permanent character, after 3.0 that is. So I'll just rely on him just spooking my butt going into the future. So that, and he's perfectly strong at C0 anyway, though I do hear that his constellations are pretty good, but then again, what 5-star character doesn't have really strong constellations? Actually, don't answer. I'm sure you guys have answers to that. That was meant to be a rhetorical question. In any case, let's look at his stats, because I do have him at level 90, plus his weapon at level 90, so probably nothing to be surprised by at that point, if you guys know who I am. And what I do with gacha games. So, this is what his stat line looks like: 81% crit rate, 154% crit damage, or 155, 46% energy recharge, blah blah blah. Because his weapon, Hunter's Path or whatever, is crit rate main stat, ideally his artifact should be crit damage. Okay, yeah, which is what I have here. Then that means that my artifacts are quite low, or the artifacts that I have on him are quite low on crit damage. Because ideally, rule of thumb for me anyway is, if you have a crit rate weapon, then you should be able to get at least 200% crit damage from your artifacts, I guess. Then again, I think crit damage main stat weapons are typically better anyway over crit rate weapons. But as long as they're crit rate crit something, they're probably one of the better bows in the game, or better weapons period in the game. But in any case, he's level 90. His weapon's level 90. Looking good there. Obviously, his crit rate is nice, but I would like to get him some more crit damage. Which, let's talk about his artifacts in detail. I don't know what the best in slot gear is for the new characters. Tighnari, Collei, I don't know, because Dendro is our newest element, and I'm pretty sure people have more or less figured out what Dendro does and what it does to the game, and how it kind of shakes up the quote-unquote meta. Like I hear Electro and Dendro are pretty much like, the go-to Dendro Electro. Dendro reactions now, I think. Something about Quicken not having any ICD or something. So, yeah. This is definitely a placeholder artifact set that I got for him just because, Elemental Mastery and stuff like that are pretty damn good on him from what I hear. Again, thanks to the Quicken reaction, or whatever the Electro Dendro reactions are. But in any case, just to show off, not really show off, but show off his artifacts a little bit. Elemental Mastery, since apparently the Electro Dendro reactions can crit, apparently that means that if I'm not mistaken, again I could be because I haven't really been paying attention to Genshin much because FGO. Apparently, with the Dendro, with the introduction of Dendro, this means that elemental reaction or elemental mastery artifacts with crit stats is actually really important now. I mean, I think it already was. If you wanted to go like elemental reaction or EM based like pyro, like basically vaporized teams. Like I know some of the base 4 element reactions could crit, so maybe not like electro and shit like that. So can't really say that now they're important, but they're more important than ever. Certainly I can say that, I think, pretty safely. And so thankfully I had a couple of elemental reaction pieces lying around that did have crit stats on them. This one rolled pretty decently, if I do say so myself. So yeah, that's his cup, elemental mastery. Again, another elemental mastery, double crit, a little bit of attack percent, so I got pretty lucky with that. So yeah, two-piece Wanderers, two-piece Noblesse. This is his feather. Rolled a lot of energy recharge. Would have liked the attack percent to go into crit damage, but I'll take it for what it is. This one, again, lots of energy recharge. The two Wanderers pieces that I gave and rolled really well into energy recharge, so I literally don't need to worry about energy refund or energy income on Tighnari pretty much with this build. And then this is his crit damage artifact. Lots of crit rage, you can see there. So yeah. Again, I don't know what his best install artifact set is. Maybe it's like a 4-piece, one of the 4-piece new artifact sets from the Sumeru artifact domain. But I will have to check up on that and think about it and, you know, decide on what I want to farm for him later. I do plan on, because I should probably show this right now, because I do have frickin' where's my fragile resins? Where's my ludicrous stack of frag resins? It's around here somewhere. Is it here? Am I just not looking properly? I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I'm gonna find them. There they are. So yeah, I have 206 frag resins. I've been sitting on them for basically about a year now. So yeah, I would like to use them. I'll probably use them on farming out like Dendro artifacts or something. Initially, I was planning on using those to farm like hydro artifacts like Mona and Yelan, but I think with the introduction of Dendro, I think I'll want to give my Dendro characters and future Dendro characters, of course, a little bit of a kickstart to give them some really good shit. But we'll see what I want to do with those later. Anyways, that is Tighnari. Oh, constellations, I already showed you that. Talents, 866. I think since I do have a couple of Dream Solvents, I think I could technically level up some of his skills, but I'm waiting on that, especially because today's Sunday at the time of this recording, so tonight's daily reset will obviously reset all the weeklies, so I'll probably do all the weeklies tonight after weekly reset and see what I get from there, see if I get a couple more Dream Solvents, or see what kinds of see what Signora drops for me this week. But anyways, and those are his talent levels for now. Now, moving on to Collei. First things first, I want to mention that Collei's back is really fucking hot. In case you didn't realize, Collei seems really well dressed from the front, with her capelet and her whatever this dress is called. But then her back is super fucking exposed for some reason. Some characters in Genshin do wear this kind of clothing, the top clothing, where from the front it looks like they're really well dressed, but from the back their back is basically completely exposed. And this is super fucking hot, at least to me, especially because it's like a sash that she's wearing behind her, like a sarashi, except it's not like bandages. Anyways, sorry for being a creeper. So yeah, after that moment of mine, yeah, Collei. Besides her being really cute, this is her stat line. Got her to level 90. Same thing with the weapon. Well, actually, her weapon is literally a Skyward Harp that I had lying around at level 90 because I think somebody else was using Skyward. Oh yeah, this might have been like Venti's Skyward Harp like a long time ago before I switched him over, again, a long time ago, over to like R5 Stringless or something. When I built him completely, when I transitioned him to a complete EM build instead of a crit build. But in any case, Collei, 68% crit rate, 155 crit damage. Again, lots of energy recharge, 67% energy recharge. And I actually have no idea where all that energy recharge is coming from. I think that might mean her ascension stat is ER, right? Probably. Again, I don't know for sure. Anyways, like I said, Skyward Harp there. Cool. Currently, she does not have a completed artifact set yet. This is what I've got for her at the moment. And again, I don't know what her best in slot artifact set is. I will have to look that up and see what I want to give her. See what is worth farming. Again, another reason to go hard on the Dendro artifact domain, or Sumeru artifact domain, farming really hard. And see what kinds of artifacts that I can get for both Mr. Tighnari and Miss Collei. So yeah, but for now, this is what she's working with. She seems to be doing okay anyway, though, even with this. So just to go a little bit in depth with her. Oh, that's why. Well, this is part of the reason. One of the 3 reasons why she has so much injury charge. Then her freaking cup has 22% injury charge. No wonder. So yeah, that's her cup. Not the best, obviously, but workable. Really good EM timepiece though. Fucking double crit with a bit of injury recharge there as well. This is really fucking good. Feather, pretty good feather. Would have liked a crit rate on there. If attack percent were crit rate, then that'd be nice. But lots of EM, a little bit of crit damage. Again, more elemental mastery. Flower, so crit damage, blah blah blah. Her crown. This used to be somebody else's crown, I think, but I gave her a crit rate anyway. Ideally, because her weapon is Skyward Harp, since it gives base crit rate. Ideally, if you can, or if ideally, I would like her to have a crit damage crown. Unfortunately, her other artifacts didn't quite roll as many crit rate stats as I would like her to, but that's fine. It's fine. But yeah, decided to give her a crit rate crown instead of a crit damage one. But yeah, those are artifacts. Again, she seems to be doing pretty well. Since she's a 4-star, I decided to go for C5. Because the event, let's see, the Graven Innocence event, I think it's called. Yeah, this one right here. Will give us a free copy of Collei. As you can see, I haven't fucking done it yet. Because, again, FGO lottery event that I've been dealing with for the past 3 weeks. And I only have, a little over 2 weeks left to deal with it. Thankfully, they gave us a full month to do this, so I assume this is like a very complete event, kind of akin to like the summer event where they also gave us like a month to do it or something. So I need to get started on this, especially because this gives us a crown. I would like that crown, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, we'll get a free copy of Collei, so that's why I only rolled my Collei to C5. So the last one will come from the event. When I was rolling for Collei, just as a side note, when I was rolling for Collei, my chat did tell me, or somebody in my chat claimed that, according to leaks, we're supposed to get another, another free copy of Collei, in like 3.1 or 3.2 Abyss, just like in the same way that we got a free copy of Xiangling from doing Abyss. I don't know if that's true, because at the time, apparently there was only one leaker, I think it was Celestia apparently, who was claiming this, and nobody else was saying the same, no other leaker was saying the same thing to like kind of corroborate that, or to confirm that, or to give it, more weight, more believability. So I was like, I'll just play it safe, and I'll go for 5 copies, and if it turns out that we do in fact get another free copy of Collei from Spiral Abyss, just like how we got Xiangling, or the free copy of Xiangling, then whatever, it is what it is. So yeah, that's why my Collei is C5. Talents, let's see, I've been working on her skill and ult, because these two are the important ones, I think. Let's see, she needs these things. So there you go. As you can see, I've been banking up Praxis books. Both for her and Nilo, actually, because Nilo, I think, also needs Praxis books. So I've been farming those today, because today is Sunday, and Sunday all the domains are open, so... There you go. Oops, I keep exiting out. And last but not least, we got Dory. In my stream where I was rolling for Dory, I accidentally thought her name was Dora, as in Dora the Explorer. So, mistakes were made, I guess. I didn't change the stream title just for shits and giggles. But Dory, here she is. As you can see, her stats are pretty fucking abysmal. But that's okay, because she's a support character, so that's fine. This animation is cute. I like it. In any case, she's level 90. When I got, the day that I rolled for her, since she needs the the lotus flower things, or the cliffside lotus flowers, not the water-based flower lotus flowers that Tighnari needs. The cliffside ones. I had spent a couple days, a couple of material respawn cycles, so every 3 days. Just spent like the past week farming the cliffside lilies. I think, are they lilies or are they lotuses? I don't know. Whatever they're called. And I was literally 2 off from getting her to level 90. And I was like, shit, where do I get the lotuses? And I realized, oh, I can just do her trial quest and get the 2 lotuses that she needs, because every trial quest gives you like 3 of the materials of each of the materials that the character needs to get you started. So you can get them to like level 40 or something. So that's cool. Thank God for that. But anyways, she's level 90 now. Again, her stats are not really anything worth noting because at the moment, as you can see, she's missing some artifacts. So yeah, not complete. Just like all your favorite early access games, not exactly complete at the moment. But I did give her Sack Greatsword because I had a level 90 Sack Greatsword lying around, so I decided to give her that. And I can show you the artifacts that she does have. This emblem artifact, where luckily it rolled quite a bit into HP. I don't know how good Elemental Mastery is going to be, considering she's a support character, but you know, there it is. And I gave her an energy recharge timepiece with, well, it was the best one because this is my only tenacity piece that was main energy recharge main stat, a timepiece, and it had a HP percent. Unfortunately, it didn't roll any into HP percent, so that kind of sucks. So I'll have to go and farm some more tenacity pieces, believe it or not. Because just off of what she does, or what kind of stats she scales with, personally, I think I will be aiming for like a 2-piece tenacity and 2-piece emblem build on her, because 2-piece emblem will give her 20% energy recharge, because you can see with her current energy recharge, if I get 20 more, then she'll be over 200%. I think she has one of her talents is every 100% energy recharge, Dory will restore 5 energy for whenever she uses her skill. So yeah, I think that's pretty fucking cool. Even without 200% energy recharge, she charges energy recharge like a motherfucker. She does it really well, even with a horribly incomplete build. So she is definitely a very, very good battery character, in my opinion. Especially if you give her Sack Greatsword, assuming you have it at a high rarity, which not everybody does, obviously. But you know, it's either that or does a Favonius Greatsword exist? Let me see. Yeah, okay, yeah, it does. There does exist a Favonius Greatsword. So yeah, you could just use this instead if you don't have Sack Greatsword. I mean, shit, man. Favonius Greatsword has double the energy recharge main stat than Sack Greatsword does. So shit, there you go. But I like Sack Greatsword. I'll just use that with her for now. So yeah, that's the artifact build that I want to give Dory. There might be a better one, and I will check up on that if there is. But for now, that's what I have in mind. So yeah, there we go. C6 Dory, as you might imagine. I actually don't even know what her constellations even do. I'll probably have to look at these in more detail to really understand what she does with the constellations. And then talents. Dory is the one Sumeru character I was able to get to max level basically almost instantly, because the talent materials she needed were blood jade branches, and me being the big fat whale that I am, I've been farming every weekly. I've been doing every single weekly boss like without fail. I have not missed a single weekly rotation where all the weekly boss rewards respawn. So I do all we have 6 of them currently, because I don't think Sumeru has any weekly boss as of yet. I know we'll get some later in future patches, 3.1, 3.2, whatever. So yeah, I have not missed a single one. So because of that, that means that I have a ludicrous amount of weekly materials from Dvalin, the Wolf Boss, the Boss Tartaglia, Ajdaha, I think is his name. So yeah. So when I saw that Dory needed, for example, the Ajdaha materials, I was like, ooh, baby, finally, a reason to use these things. So thank God for that. I would still like Genshin to put out an update or a quality of life where we can actually convert like old weekly boss materials into like the newer ones. Even if we have to trade at a loss, at the very least that means that these old materials still have a use. Because it's like at the moment it's like, well, the only reason to do the old weekly bosses is like a chance to get like the catalyst belays, or no, not catalyst, just any kind of belay in general, not just catalyst ones, obviously, or like a chance at dream solvents. Which, to be fair, now that I believe you need dream solvents in order to convert like some of your belays into the Sumeru exclusive belays for the new quote unquote free to play Sumeru 4-star weapons. So I guess that's a reason, but still, like the drop chance for dream solvents is still pretty low. I swear it used to be higher because I used to get dream solvents like very regularly, like earlier this year. And at some point, I want to say they changed it, and they increased the rate at which you get belays, but decreased the rate at which you get dream solvents. That just might be my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory in me just bitching, but that's what I have noticed for my account anyway. Could be wrong though again. So, but yeah, Dory. She is max skill, barring crowns, of course. And I believe Dory's talent animation, where you switch to her talent tab on her character screen, I believe this animation is unique because Dory has the lolly character model, and all the other lollies in the game, which I think there are 4 others, right? Klee puts her hands on her hips like that. Who else does this again? It was Klee. Diona also has that animation. Sayu has the put the finger up to the lips animation, and so does Chi-Chi. Where the fuck is Chi-Chi? Hopefully Chi-Chi isn't so depressed about 2nd anniversary too. Yeah, there she goes. So yeah, those were the 4 other lolly characters in the game, and those they shared animations, but I think Dory is unique because she just kind of shrugs. I don't know. I like unique animations, so seeing Dory have this is pretty cool to me. In any case, those are the 3 new characters so far, because again, we got Tighnari and Collei first, and then Dory pretty recently, I think a couple days ago. So yeah, there's that. Give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully I didn't take too long. I just wanted to close my window next to me. So yeah, let's talk about characters, because I think I want to talk about some characters. I think I'm gonna have to go through each one to really see which ones I messed with. Miko. So the reason why I have Miko here is because she is now my next triple crown goal. As you can see, I've already started crowning her, and gave her crown for her skill, because it's the most important skill on her, or it's the most important talent on her. I used the crown that we got from the summer event on her for that, and since the Collei event gives a crown, I'll probably give that to next to her ult, and then her normal attacks last, because for obvious reasons. So yeah, Miko, currently in the middle of crowning her. I don't know who my next triple crown candidate will be. I will have to see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see who I want that to be. Because I'm really liking Nilo. I'm gonna wait until Nilo actually comes out and see how much I like her. If I really like her, then she'll probably be my next triple crown candidate. But for now, concentrating Miko. Yeah. I don't think I've made any statistical change to her, but since I hear that Electra has been massively buffed with the incorporation of Dendro, I am really glad that she has 4-piece Thundering Fury on her, because I think before Dendro came out, 4-piece Thundering Fury I don't think was her ideal artifact set, but now that Dendro's here, I think it might be, because Quicking's kind of good. So yeah, certainly been doing a lot of work for me, that's for sure. In this current team anyway, with double Electro, double Dendro. So We'll see how strong that is, or we'll see how strong it. I'll see for myself how strong it is when I consult the smart boys that I know about all this stuff, all the Dendro stuff. But we're moving on from that. Let's see. Did I make any change to Ito? I don't think so. I think I already told you guys that I got him C6 back when I rolled for Kuki, but that was like fucking 2 or 3 months ago at this point. Mr. Albedo. What was it again? Did I make any changes about Mr. Albedo? I don't think so. He's still on 4-piece tenacity, so as you can see, I have not yet gotten around to transitioning him to a 4-piece husk build, which I do want to have happen someday. There you go. Mr. Zhongli is still on his 4-piece. What is it? 4-piece melt or a tenacity piece. Kazuha, no changes. No changes. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I've made any I know that I've made some artifact changes somewhere. I think Ganyu might have been one of those, surprisingly enough. Might be. I'll go over artifacts just in case anyway, just in case I did make changes to her artifacts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I swapped out her crown because I gave her crown to somebody else, or her hat artifact. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave that to somebody else. I'm forgetting who though. Maybe my traveler, strangely enough. But yeah. So this is what her cup looks like now. Not the best because bad stats into these. So I could actually try to see if I can roll a better cryo damage cup later. Let's see if there's anything that I can give her later, because especially because this is this is the off piece, so I can just give her whatever I want. Actually, since we're here now, let's see if there are any better ones. Honestly, maybe this might be better just because it has an extra attack percent. Because I'm pretty sure I just tried going for the highest crit damage possible because, you know, she's using 4-piece Blizzard, so crit rate isn't exactly a concern for her. Yeah, I think this is the one that she used earlier on, because this is a inset cryo damage bonus cup. Unfortunately, it didn't have cryo damage, so I was like, fuck it. This one has crit damage too. High rolled crit damage, so I could probably roll this and see how it goes. But yeah. So that's her timepiece. Or that's her cup, sorry. I think she still has the same timepiece. Yeah, same flower, I think. Or same feather, same flower. And then, yeah, her crown. Her crown's probably the one that changed. Yeah. And so since I got an inset crown, that freed me up to replace it with replace her cup with an off-piece crown. Or off-piece cup. God, I always mix up these fucking terms. So yeah, there you go. And of course my Ganyu C6. I don't need to roll in this current banner. Right here. Her second rerun, I think. So her third banner overall. Because she was already C6. So there you go. See, I think I made some changes to Ganyu. I don't know how long ago. It's been a while. So, Mrs. Kecking. I hear she is pretty good now. I haven't made... Actually, no. I'm lying. I did make some changes to her artifacts. I just don't know which ones. Because it's been a while. Again, it's been a while. I fucking forgot. I want to say I changed her cup, because this cup I know my Raiden used to use, and then I took it off her when I gave her this one, because this one is a little bit better because it has a lot of crit damage as opposed to whatever Kekking's using right now. This one right here. So yeah, this had been lying around a little bit, kind of just like hanging out until I gave her this, I guess. And then I think this is the same one, same timepiece. I want to say that's the same feather. Question mark? I don't know, actually. That seemed familiar, but I think it might have belonged to somebody else. But in any case, this is her flower. I think this flower is new, since the last time I showed off Kekking's artifact set, which God knows how long that was, or how long ago that was. Yeah, the flower is probably new. The crown, or the helmet, is definitely new. Holy shit. So, initially, how this crown came about to be, or helmet, whatever you want to call it, I was trying to see if I could get better stats better artifacts for my Beto. And I rolled this. This is a quad roll crit damage. 4-line star quad roll crit damage. And as you can see, the last roll went to flat HP, which is a bummer, but you know, that's fine. It's fine, I swear. I'm not angry by that whatsoever, no sir. But yeah, this is a pretty bonkers artifact. Not gonna lie. I mean, it would have been better if it also had like energy recharge, but that's okay. It's not like freaking Keking needs energy recharge. But yeah. So yeah, thanks to a little bit of artifact maintenance on Keking, which I actually did before Sumeru came out, I'm pretty sure. Now, in the last month or so, now this is what her stat looks like. So 68% crit rate, which I think before she only had 57, which is fine because her ult gives her a 15% crit rate after she ults. So now she's with 68%. Now she's getting like what 80 something, and she has better crit damage than before. I think. Thanks to the fact that her new helmet that I gave her, it has 32% crit damage. So yes, I am very proud of this artifact set. Though to be fair, I think with the whole Dendro Electro stuff, I think technically speaking, her BIS is probably a 4-piece Thundering Fury, I think. But this is more than good enough for now until I somehow find better fucking pieces for better Thundering Fury pieces for Keking. I know Thundering Fury is now included in the strongbox thingy at the crafting table. So I could try going for better Thundering Fury pieces, but like Keking has such a good stat line for me personally that like I don't really like she can stay on 2-piece Gladiator, 2-piece Thundering Fury for a long ass time. I would not mind. She's good enough for now. I'll worry about getting her like 4-piece Thundering Fury, for example, later after everybody else is taken care of. So that is that. She also still has her Mist-Splitter Reforged, which is... Can I just say how good of a weapon Mist-Splitter Reforged is? Just on an aesthetic level with Keking. Like, holy shit, this matches her so fucking well. But I'm sure you didn't need me to tell you guys that. Anyways, I am working on Dendro Traveler. Surprisingly, I actually have some artifacts for her. But actually, no, these are artifacts that I gave her at the beginning. Just gave her whatever just to see how she plays and whatnot. So I'll try to give her a proper Dendro oriented artifact set later. Like these are all just like random fucking plus 20 pieces that I had lying around, so I don't know how worth it is just to show you guys what they are. Though I will say, honorable mention this feather that I rolled like back when we first got the Chasm update. This shit is one hell of an off piece. I'll say that much. But in any case, also been working on talents. Unfortunately, I need more ingenuity books. So yeah, gotta work on that. Only C1 Traveler because, as you can probably see when you look at my map, I haven't really been doing a whole lot of exploration. I've been really the only reason why I have Sumeru explode to this degree. You can see my percentage, my progress or my exploration progress if we zoom out all the way. The only reason why these numbers are as high as they are is because I ran around trying to look for all the materials that I could gather without having to commit too much to exploration stuff. Just to get all the materials that I could to level the new Sumeru characters, right? Tighnari, Dory, Collei. So yeah, I haven't actually started like seriously doing any exploration stuff. I do want to do that on stream, so I'd appreciate it if you guys are watching this video to watch out for my streams to see me go through Sumeru, at least seriously, because I do plan on streaming later this week. To streaming my Sumeru exploration experience. So yeah, quick shill there for my stream. But in any case, let's see. So yeah, there's that. Anybody else? Is there anybody else that I am really worried about? I wonder if I've gone over the change that I made to my Yomiya. Just in case I haven't, I guess I'll go over it anyway. Because I don't remember if I have or not. Crit rate 68.5%, crit damage 211, 33% energy recharge or 133 energy recharge. Still has Thundering Pulse, and 4-piece Crimson Witch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure before my Yomiya was only on 2-piece Crimson and 2-piece Gladiator or something like that. 2-piece Shimenawa maybe. Yeah, and now that I think about it, I've probably shown this off before, shown off her new 4-piece Crimson build, but just in case I haven't, I'll go over it anyway. Off-piece pyro damage, lots of crit damage, bit of energy recharge, very nice. Inset attack percent. For some reason, inset attack percent timepieces are fucking hell to try to get. This is like the best one I could get, so I did not great, but it's better than nothing. Since it still has double crit. Again, another quad crit damage roll artifact set. This is the first one that I got before the one that I got on the gladiator helmet that my Keking now has. Flower, pretty good flower, and then the hat, which is also really damn good. consider it rolled like 3 or 4 times into, or at least 3 times into crit damage, because once into flat HP, once into energy recharge. So really good set for my Yomiya. I'm really proud of it. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I'll assume that I did, but again, just in case I didn't, I have been considering switching her to 4-piece Shimenawa, but again, her artifacts generally, with the exception of like her timepiece maybe, have rolled pretty damn well, kind of like Keking's artifacts, where it's like I don't really have a reason to change them because it's already really good, unless like I have literally nothing better to do, and I've already got all my other characters who still need some investment, right? Like Dory, Collei, Tighnari. Like once they have really good artifact sets that I'm happy with, then I can maybe concentrate on this. But so for now, she's okay with this. In any case, is there anybody else? Did I ever go over Hazo's artifacts? Pretty sure I did. Hazo's been out for a little bit now. It's not like he's a new character at this point, so I assume that I did. Yeah, so I think those are all the characters then. So there you go. What else do I want to talk about? Map stuff. As you can see, this is my current exploration. As you can see, it's not really, numbers aren't very high, so that's for sure. We'll be working on that soon, though. Soon, DM. Everything else is 100% though, but I'm pretty sure I've shown that off already. Let's see what else. I guess I can show you the weapons, my weapon leveling progression. So as you can see, all the level 90, all the 5-star weapons I have at level 90, at least 1 copy of each that have ever been released. All the more true now that we've gotten now that I have Hunter's Path. So the 4 stars, been working on some of the 4 stars. So this is what my max level 4-star weapon collection looks like. It's gonna take me a long ass time trying to go through every single one. So I'll let you guys pause the video and just look through them by yourself on your own, if you care to even do that, which you might not. So that's fine. I will say, Ishin looks fucking sick as fuck at level 80 or whatever the level is, whenever that weapons change their appearance, like 70 or 80 or something. Ishin goes from like a really dark color to a bright red color, which is fucking sick. Yeah, sick ass weapon. Not sure who might really use it though, but hey, it's a free 4-star. So in any case, let's see here. So yeah, I don't quite remember which weapons I've gotten to level 90 over the past month or so. Let's see, Royal Bub, I'm working on this. Frostbear, as you can see. So yeah, I think besides all these extra copies below here, I'm pretty sure I don't have that many 4-star weapons to get to max level now that I think about it. So I guess if I really pushed to get all these weapons leveled up, and then the 3-star weapons are comparatively pretty easy, especially because we don't have anywhere near as many 3-star weapons as we do, obviously, the 4 stars, for example. And then finish off with the 2 and 1 stars. So yeah, actually, I might my journey to get every copy of every weapon, or 1 copy of every weapon in the game to max level might actually be a little bit closer, or it might be closer to finishing than I thought. If I just take like a solid month to farm for weapon ascension materials and use like resin refresh AP or resin refresh AP in order to make crystals using, or make weapon crystals using these things, the magical crystal chunks, I could probably get there pretty soon, now that I think about it. But yeah, that is that though. Is there anything else that I really need to talk about? I don't think so. No. Yeah. Kind of a shorter video than I thought. Then again, this video is still fucking 40 minutes long. So I've been talking a lot. So hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. If you guys have any questions about, I guess, my Genshin account or whatever, feel free to leave them in the comments. See if and I'll see if I can get to them. Hopefully I don't forget to look at the comment sections. But in any case, Miko's cute. The big ass robot in the background there is really cool. I hear it moves. So it's the fact that it's still there obviously means that I haven't gotten to that point yet. I know you need to gather like some energy cores that are scattered around the map or something like that. In fact, I think there's an item that alludes to that. I think, right? Which one is it? It's this parchment, the unsealed parchment. It shows you where you can find the energy cores, and you gather them all here. So yeah. So there you go. So yeah, that'll do it for the Genshin's Whales log for this month. Again, apologies that it was freaking 12 days late at this point by the time it goes up. But yeah, had to deal with FGO. But yeah, see you guys next month. Peace, guys.